Welcome back to Dark Knights. We left off talking to Sachiro. Or him creeping up on us after we were reading one of his books, or I think it's a diary. Shouldn't he be talking to Koichi? He has other things to do. Sachiro's gaze drifts to the open books of the page in front of me. A woman used to come here to paint. Even though she couldn't see me, she had a vivid imagination. That was one of her few personal collections. I like to think that she was imagining what my life might be like. It's far from being accurate, but it's an interesting reflection of the life she led. It's fascinating that humans can create such lively works of art without ever seeing or experiencing the subjects of them. Now that's an understatement. I mean, look at manga, books. People don't experience these things. There are more sketchbooks in the storage room. If you're interested, go ahead and take a look. Sachiro seems to want to say more on this subject, but he hesitates. Anyway, excuse me, I'm going to clean my katanas. Sleep wherever you want, I'll be taking that room. He points at a small corner room. Is it okay if I stay with you? Why? In case you walk off? If you were a more powerful spirit, I would suspect you were planning a surprise attack on me. But in your current state, I could defeat you in my sleep. I'll take that as a challenge. Don't make me hurt you. Sachiro leans against the wall with his katanas on his lap. I forgot to ask you for your name. Koichi asked me back there, did you forget it's Miyoka? Sachiro snorts. He closes his eyes while holding a scarf with one hand and resting the other near his weapons. I sit down and study him. What's with him and scarves? Even in the future, he always wears one. I reach out towards the fabric, but his eyes flash open. In an instant, I'm pinned against a wall with the blade inches from my neck. What were you planning? I was just curious. The man's eyes sharpened into a deadly glare. After a long moment, he finally lets me go. Sorry. Curiosity killed the cat. He sheaths his sword while gripping his scarf. Are you hiding something under your scarf? No. Sachiro's head droops as he clenches his fists. My neck is my weak point. Yeah? Every spirit has a weak point. Once you hit it, they disappear. Aren't spirits kinda dead? I'm not dead, dummy. I was born as a spirit. Although, some people are resurrected as spirits when they die in the world. I don't know what dying feels like, but if you die as a spirit, you're gone forever. Of course, the stronger you are, the more enemies that'll cross your path. Many come from my head, which I can't say I mind. You did look pretty strong when you shook down all those malicious spirits, but you made it seem too easy. Do you have any special powers? I always thought spirits are transparent and impossible to touch. Speaking of which. Huh? I lean to inspect him. He flinches, surprising me in turn, and I lose my balance and fall into him. Only an anime. His eyes are even wider than mine. Don't scare me like that. As he relaxes, he sits up properly. He avoids making eye contact with me, although I notice the light blush spreading across his face. Sorry, that was clumsy of me. If you aren't more careful around me, I'll chop you to pieces on reflex. On reflex, huh? Well, I'm glad you don't actually want to kill me. Don't get me wrong, you just aren't worth the effort. Ouch. Why does he say things like that? He must be a tsundere. As our conversation comes to a close, I realize Sachiro's been looking my way more than usual. I guess it's time for bed. You can sleep first. Alright, good night. Next day. As I sit up and rub my eyes, I glance around the room, but he's nowhere to be seen. Oh, he must have gone out already. Before I can stand, I realize that Sachiro is actually lying on my lap. It's strange that I do not feel any weight from him, but I chalk it up to a spirit quirk. Heh, cute. Oh, it's just you. I thought someone intended to kill me. I cannot help but laugh internally. Hey, you're the one who cuddled up to me. That's strange. I don't remember doing that. If you wanted to cuddle, you should have said so. Why would I want to do that? I walk towards Satchel with arms wide open, but he steps backwards. You have a lot to learn if you want to go to the human world. You can't survive without ever making physical contact with another person. As if I can trust your words. Okay, maybe it was a slight exaggeration, but chill out. Come on, I won't hurt you. Besides, how could a weak spirit, ever hurt you? You do have a point. You're about as threatening as a raindrop. Oh, but boy, another umbrella pun. Speaking of which, if you guys hear any thunder outside, I do apologize. It's storming this morning. After a while, Satchel gives in. I instruct him to sit opposite me. I place my open palms in front of him. At first he is wary, but then he touches my fingertips. Not so weird, huh? You're still a strange creature. We can figure out how to get you back home later. You seem fine here for now. Physically maybe, but I still want to go home as soon as possible. Satchel takes off his scarf and wraps it around me. Get a feeling of deja vu. The scarf always makes me feel secure and comfortable. I don't know if it'll help you too, but you can hold on to it for a bit. We spend the following days lazing around in the temple, napping whenever we're not talking. That's lazy. I'm only a fighting spirit, I can't do much to help others. I guess you could always ask the forest demon about it. There was actually a demon living in the forest? I haven't met them personally, but there is a rumor. I have no business with them. It'll only be troublesome if I go. Is it safe? The demon just guards the forest. As long as you don't harbor any of the inhabitants, you'll be fine. What do you know about this demon? They're on good terms with other spirits, or so some of my guests have told me. On the other hand, I don't think the villagers know about them, and it should probably stay that way. Why? Humans fear what they can't understand. I've heard that the forest demon has already cursed a few people. I don't know how it all went down, but I heard there weren't any happy endings. That said, these are all just rumors. I have no idea if any of this is true. I'm gonna go see for myself. The forest spirits are calm during the day, so you should be safe right now. Thanks, Achara. So are we gonna meet Zakon? I encounter a few spirits that resemble small glowing stars. If Satra had not told me they lived here, I would never have realized what they were. I wander upon the waterfall I recall from my school trip several weeks ago, although it looks slightly different. So this is how the forest used to look, huh? Are you lost, little one? A feminine voice softly whispers to me from nowhere in particular. A guest from the future? How unusual. Are you the demon who lives around here? There are many demons living in the forest here. Be more specific. Write about a demon who guards the forest. Heh, that is me. So you see, I'm originally from this village. Somehow I got sent back in time. Ah, I've never heard of such a strange situation. I contacted the temple guardian, but he doesn't know a way either. I'm sorry, dear. I recall rumors about an angel in the village. Do you know more about them? Angel, you say? I think you're looking in the wrong place. Oh. The forest turns completely silent. As I'm about to leave, the feminine voice calls out to me once more. There is a couple who are familiar with sorcery and witchcraft residing in the village. Although I don't recommend you interfere this time, or with time. It's safer for you to remain in this era. Why? The guardians of space and time will surely find you if you continue jumping between eras. What would you recommend then? For me to just stay here? Are you familiar with the temple guardian? He'll keep you under his wing. Have met him and he seems nice, if I may ask though. Do you know anything about him? He doesn't really talk about himself. This must be Zakon's mom. That's interesting. The rumor among spirits is that the guardian is nicknamed Death's Wildcard. However, he hasn't harmed any living creature in the forest or village. On the contrary, many are thankful for his work. I must admit that I worry about the guardian sometimes. Anyone who has such a famous reputation must attract a lot of unwanted attention. Oh well, I suppose I can say the same about myself. Well, Little one, whatever your decision, I hope your heart can find a home. For the time being, I return to the temple. Satra, who is that? He's just the temple sweeper. Humans can't see, hear, or touch us, so no need to worry. I'm still not used to this. Spirits have special powers, don't they? Can you teach me how to use them? Hush, I'm listening. Dear Temple Guardian, the village is overcome with misfortune. I beg for your protection. Aren't you gonna help him? Nah, that kind of problem is none of my business. Seriously, why do they even bother staying here if you don't do anything? For the free food and energy the temple emits, obviously. Are you serious? Partially. Either way, I'm not obligated to help these people. In any case, I feel sorry for the people who've been given false hope. I pray they realize this is a scam before it's too late. You shouldn't concern yourself with the villagers. It's not like you can do anything to help them anyway. Stay inside the temple. Evil spirits become active at night, but the grounds here are purified. Even the strongest invaders won't be able to get through the barrier. At dusk, Satra makes a visit to the village. I want to know what he's doing, but he keeps his lips sealed. He dashes into the darkness. Don't worry about Master, he'll be fine. Alright. Why don't you tell me about these so-called evil spirits in the meantime? So, fun fact. Light and dark, neither of them are considered evil. That's a human thing. They kill each other, and are corrupted as a result. They become obsessed with murdering their own kind. All it takes is one killing, and most spirits can't stop themselves from growing darker. What about Satra? Hasn't he killed a lot of spirits? Well, yeah, but he's different. He'll be fine. Their words do little to reassure me. Well, technically, that weird red and black version of him, that's probably the corrupted version of him. Nope, no way. What if we get attacked? What if we get ambushed? It only takes a wrong turn. Bam! You're gone. It's too dangerous for spirits like us. And you might get hurt too. The village is my hometown and I doubt it's swarming with evil spirits. It'll be fine. But you're too weak to defend us. I mean yourself. They sure don't talk like this on Zakon's route. Oh, Master's gonna be furious. We don't know that for sure. The little spirits finally give in and create a small ghostly light. We're sorry, we can't leave these grounds, but this light will guide you to our master. Thank you. Please be safe. I followed the small light into the darkness. After a while, I end up in a familiar park. Are there spirits? What are they doing here? The group abruptly goes up in white flames. They squirm against one another as if they're locked in an invisible cage. Why am I wasting my energy like this? Guess I'm lucky there aren't any stronger spirits here. Hey, are you spying on me? Don't freak out. If I wanted you dead, you already would be. What were you just doing? Couldn't you tell? I was killing evil spirits in the park. Oh yeah. Anyway, I told you to stay at the temple. Why'd you come here? I was worried about you. Worried about me? You'll only be a burden if you stick around here any longer. Go back. You're not the boss of me. I can do whatever I want. Curious about the village, I follow after him. He doesn't complain about my presence further. The village doesn't look too different from how I remember it. Because there are few inhabitants, there are less buildings. You decided to help the villagers out anyway, huh? You're not such a bad guardian after all, are you? He remains quiet and continues walking. Did you meet the forest demon? Yeah, but she couldn't help me. She told me about a couple who might be able to send me home, but she also recommended that I not go through with it. Why not? Apparently, if I try to mess with time, some guardians will try to stop me. I don't know anything about that, but I'd take the demon's word for it. You trust her? Even though we never met, I do. Rumors say they let me live here peacefully because I cleansed the forest of evil spirits. Oh, that reminds me. She seems worried about you. She said something about you being infamous, and I have to wonder about that too. You're a guardian, but you've killed tons of spirits. Wouldn't that make you evil too? Perhaps. That doesn't clear up anything. I'm done for today. He speeds up his pace as we walk towards the forest on our way back to the temple. Next day. The next morning I wake up alone in the temple. I entertain myself by exploring the interior, but I exhaust it quickly. It's nice to see how well the keeper cleans. Eventually, a lone woman arrives at the temple and sits at the altar. This morning I saw my daughter walk again, even though her legs have been bad for a long time. Thank you for answering my prayers. I'm forever in debt to you. The woman bows and places a small package on the altar before she leaves. Did last night's cleanup heal her daughter? I didn't realize evil spirits had that sort of impact on the village. Much time passes, but Sachura does not return. And here I was worrying about him. Not to mention that being alone is so boring. What do you mean alone? We're here. Are you thinking of going out and killing more spirits? No. I was hoping to do something more relaxing. Well then, when I'm bored, I count my toes. Time goes by pretty quickly. I don't see your toes though. What about paying a visit to the spiritual hot springs? That exists. It's in the forest, not too far away from here. If you follow the path behind the temple, you'll get there. Awesome. Awesome, I haven't taken a bath in days, and I just said that out loud. I don't feel smelly, but just thinking about it, ugh. During the day, there are barely any evil spirits around, so you'll be okay. I follow the path and soon the hot spring's ahead of me. Actually, do spirits bathe with their clothes still on? Feels like I'm back to being a human. Spirits sure do know what a bath is. And Sachura. Holy umbrellas. Stop staring. I'm just keeping an eye on you. Where are my katana? Could it be that you're scared of me because you're defenseless? Of course not. Let's see. What are you up to? You look awfully tense for someone who claims not to be scared. There's nothing scary about you. You're weak. And... Alright, so this hot spring involves Zeiken and Sachura, because they're spirits or demons or whatever. Huh. I wonder if we'll run into the angel. No one likes her. She's kind of a jerk. You okay, Sachura? Achievement, too much steam for today. Holy umbrellas. I like that. That's a nice phrase. I step away before he faints or something. The reaction I got out of this is more than satisfying. Once the night falls, Sachura plans to go out. I ask to accompany him, but he refuses. I'm not going to babysit you. As I said, it will only be a hindrance. He leaves before I can say anything. Little helpers, can you bring me to your master again? Sure, as you wish. Again, I follow the light through the darkness. I'm surprised that leads to the mansion this time. The eerie atmosphere makes me shiver like always. This reminds me of my adventures with young Sachura. If I'm correct, the Kenriji family should live here. Since I'm a spirit, nobody can see me. A sudden sound breaks me from my thoughts. You guys had to ruin my plans. I'm gonna take you all on. Oh, I have time freezing and combustion powers. That was my move, dummy. By the way, are you following me again? How many times did I tell you to stay at the temple? Well, yeah, I'm not hurt, see? Thanks to me, you're still alive. Let's leave. Enough with the jokes, let's go. Why do you especially kill evil spirits? Makes you sort of a guardian, even though you deny that title. It sounds like you think I'm an evil spirit. Listen, spirits who kill other spirits get a stained record. It gets worse with each spirit we kill. Weak and strong spirits alike, each kill adds up. If you don't kill for a while though, your record can become clean just by waiting. If a spirit kills a ton of other spirits, they may go insane or just cease to exist. As a spirit kills, they'll gradually turn dark and be labeled evil. But those kills would only count if you killed good spirits, right? The silence makes the answer seem no. As the temple comes into view, a behemoth of darkness careens from the sky and crash lands on our path. But I can tell it doesn't compare to the other spirits I've seen him defeat. Hurry up and get inside the temple. His body felt so fragile. Is he okay? Do you want to commit suicide? No time to play the tragic hero. Let me help you out. Your katana. He wrings an arm free and throws both of his katanas to me. As soon as the spirit realizes what's going on, he slams Satra onto the ground and goes for me instead. Am I even holding these right? I swing one katana upward as the spirit passes. The impact almost throws me back, but I manage to hold my ground. Two burning hands wrap around mine and take the katana away. I won't let you dirty your hands. He takes off. He skillfully cuts them into pieces mid-air. Satra throws the katana into the core. The spirit vanishes. I realize my hands have gone numb and are shaking uncontrollably. A day passed. I watched the sunset and realized hours passed by. I hear sounds coming from his room and I go there to check on him. Satra blinks slowly and sits up. I'm good. Did I kill that spirit? Yes, but you collapsed right after you defeated it. What happened back there? Darn it. What's wrong? I didn't want to kill that spirit, but it's more dangerous than I thought, leaving me no choice. Did you get hurt on purpose? Yeah, I was just buying you time to run over here. The truth is I've been pushing my luck. I've killed a lot of spirits and stronger spirits add even more to my record. Back there I didn't want you to kill it, you might end up like me. So you're becoming an evil spirit? Yeah, honestly. I do want to protect the village, but the only way I can do that is by killing off evil spirits, and that comes with a risk. If I'm not careful, I'll become one of them soon. Satra takes one of his braces off. His forearm is cracked like glass. He does his best to assure me it's not a big deal. Even though you denied it, I knew you were a good guardian. I should have known better and laid low. The more renowned I get, the more will look for me. They'll seek to destroy me even out of spite. Who are they? Other strong spirits. Some species collect energy and power through killing others. That's how they survive. I can't die yet. I still want to experience life in the village. I wonder if this is the memory you forgot. By the way, thanks for saving me back there. You're tougher than you look. Thanks? These marks won't stay forever, although we'll be waiting a while. I should take a long break from hunting spirits. I'm actually sort of glad you're here. I'd be bored to death without you. No problem. Suddenly everything goes black and I'm falling into a dream. I blink a few times before the scene unfolds. Sasha is walking to the temple. Miyoko, where are you? I can't find her anywhere. Guess she must have went back to her own world. Hopefully I can meet her again someday. I admit she was good company. For now, I need to take care of some things. I try to shout his name, but no sound passes through my lips. Even though I'm clearly in view, he doesn't see me. Oh, it's night already. That's right. This is what life is like. I was awfully quiet. I guess the village have gone to sleep early. As usual, he fights the weaker spirits and tries to avoid the strong ones as much as possible. I haven't encountered this many since I took the job. As if he was jinxed, two pitch-black spirits crosses his path. They look human. Heh. Guess this is what happens when you lose your mind. Maybe it's time to clean up the bigger troubles as well. You two are tougher than expected. Maybe I should get more serious. So you're the guardian of this village. I expected more from Death's wildcard. Oh, you two can speak. This is interesting. Using his katana, he attacks both shadows at once. To my surprise, the shadows keep up with his speed. Satra falls to his knees. At this rate, it looks like Satra's gonna lose. I go over to the shadows, but I cannot grab or hold them down either. The people are relying on me. I must keep fighting. As if time is reversed, Satra's wounds heal. He gets ready to attack again. In the blink of an eye, spirit white fire surrounds him and bursts outwards, burning down the shadows. You thought you could win against me? Thanks to this new life, my energy is restored every day with the temple's powers. Unlike you two who are slowly burning up your life force. In that pose, he looks like a sadistic killer. Soon you'll be one of us. As if that will ever happen. Even though he won, his expression says he lost. All of his fingers, his hand, and forearm are like cracked porcelain, showing pitch black underneath as if dark energy dwells inside. Thanks to these two, I need to stay idle for decades. Well, at least I got their powers and they won't cause trouble anymore. Hey dumplings, I'm back. Satra reaches the temple, but suddenly gets knocked back. Oh, come on. Only 2 kills and I'm not welcome anymore? You two, remove this barrier. We can't. What happened to you, Master? Never mind, I'll be back later, maybe. Guard the temple for me. Shall I go into the spirit world? No, bad idea. In this condition, I'll draw even more evil spirits to me. Like a lone wolf, Satra wanders, ending up at the village and then the park. I need a place to rest. I can't recover managing with the temple's power. No, it's too soon to worry. I just need to avoid fighting anything. He's clearly trying to keep it together. I wish I could reach him. Please hang in there. It's been a while, my friend. You are? Did you forget your old buddy? Only a few months have passed since we last spoke. I'm not in the mood right now, Kaichi. Are you still upset because I took a few of your dear villagers? I'm not the guardian anymore, so I don't care. What happened, buddy? He remains quiet while Satra finds the words. I'm tired from all this. I took responsibility to protect the villagers, and in return I'm kicked out of the temple. I remember the records you told me about. So just wait out or find another job. Easy for you to say. You got more options than what you see before you. The spirit world isn't that bad. I like it better than being human. I want to stay in the village. Since you never experienced that, you wouldn't understand. Tell me about your life as a human, Kaichi. Well, it was pretty fun in the beginning. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the best out of it before I got murdered. I don't want to return to the village and see the same faces again. Perhaps I'll give another chance after a few generations. Is there someone you want to avoid? That angel? It is interesting how you hold on to your emotions. I've forgotten most of my past. I'm only looking at the future and what I want to do. You don't have any dreams? They are long gone. What I want is no dream. The past is what drives me further. All I need is to remember. Are memories that important to you? This is what my life consists of, making memories. I don't really understand. Is there nothing you want to remember forever? I had a good time at the temple. If I'm never able to return, I want to remember that time I spent there. I don't know if these memories are important. Perhaps something better will replace them later. Do you want me to keep a record for you? It's like a diary. Usually I do that with humans when they're about to die. I can look into their past. Go ahead. I need something that you've carried with you for a long time. As far back as you remember. Satra rips a piece from his scarf and hands it to Kaichi. I don't know the purpose of this, but perhaps it can be useful later. You'll be thankful. Someday I will show you the importance of memories. I'll be going, buddy. Take care. Satra leans back and gazes up at the sky. Guess I'll spend my first night here. I can worry later. Now I'm tired. The next few weeks, Satra spends his time in the park. A lot of people pass by, but no one can see him. Honey, remember what day it is? It's our 1-year anniversary. I have a little surprise for you. Satra watches the couple from a distance. Judging from his expression, he seems deeply interested. What does that mean? These people. This reminds me of the spirit girl I met back there at the temple. Thinking about it, aside from Kaichi, no one else has stayed by my side for longer than a day. 1-year anniversary, huh? Did it have a similar meaning between me and that spirit girl? I certainly had fun, but connection isn't a thing for spirits. We're supposed to be independent, besides. I doubt she cares that much since they went to her own world already. Somehow, I want to see her again. My chest starts to ache at his words. If only I could tell him what I feel right now. I'm tired of hanging around the park for so long. The forest will do. What do you mean this forest is no place for evil spirits? Fine, I'm leaving. Go back to your own place. You cannot enter this area. Do you guys remember me? We don't have a master, nor do we remember serving an evil spirit. Could it be? His hand and form have gotten worse. That's why I can't enter, dang it. Frustrated, he turns and leaves. I can wait another decade, or I can use my remaining time to kill every single spirit here. Right, maybe I can still fulfill my wish. The power gathered from that should be enough to offer the angel. In the end, I'm still selfish. Good luck finding another guardian, people. While Satra heads towards the village, a voice stops him. I'm referred to as the Forest Demon. Skip the formalities. I know what you're about to do, and I don't think it's a good idea. State your reasons. Lately, there's been an increasing number of evil spirits. Even though you're going to purge them, you'll disrupt the balance. I'm concerned about you. In the worst case scenario, disappear. Until you find a different solution, I hold them off as long as I can. The key is to wait. The situation will resolve itself at some point. Unfortunately, I don't have the patience. We don't know how long it'll take. The village might be gone by that time. In my current state, many spirits are after me. At least I can use my remaining time for the villagers' sake. May we meet again someday under better circumstances. For weeks, Satra rages through the village in madness. Even the innocent spirits are hiding in fear. You dispose of spirits faster than they can regenerate. On the verge of losing his sanity, he cries out, Rasumi, and that angel. A dark-haired girl opens it, greeting him with a smile. I'm tired of the battles, and I've no patience for waiting this out. I want to abandon this life. I want to become human. What will you sacrifice for your wish? My power, everything I've gathered since my birth. I'm afraid it isn't enough. What else do you want? Your memories. I'm fine with that. Another condition. Your time as a human will only last 1 year. After that, I'll come to get you. That's such a short time. It's plenty for a human. You can enjoy everything their life has to offer. Alright then. The girl smiles kindly and raises her arm, writing a spell. She told me she actually belongs to the human world. Maybe I'll find her again. Give me a moment. I'm going to write it down. Satra falls unconscious. My head feels fuzzy. It's like I'm in a dream again. Could it be that I'm back to my own era? Wait, I can't see my own body. Did I return as a ghost? Where am I? He rubs his head and looks around confused. Who am I? It's strange that I can't remember anything that happened to me before. Satra examines himself for clues. Oh, what's this? Satra. I'm writing this in case I forget. Enjoy the world. You've got a 1-year trial. Also, please look for... It's not telling me what I should find. That can be done later. I feel so tired. He looks so peaceful, like a well-fed baby. After the sun sets, Satra wakes up. Being by his side, the hours felt like mere minutes. He leaves the park and looks around at the shops. Unfortunately, everything is closed. So close, but so far. Satra's eyes suddenly flutter open. He looks wide at the people carrying him. There it is. I gave you nothing that makes you see crazy things. It wants to eat you. Huh? A large spirit circles above the couple. Satra breaks free when it comes down. Terrified, he crawls away and stares at the wall where the spirits possesses the man and the woman. Someone steps out of the darkness with a scythe. He slices the bodies in half when they dissolve into dark smoke. Hey, isn't it your job to help them? Who are you? I can't believe that this is how we meet again. If I didn't have a piece of your scarf, I would never have been able to track you down. What has become of you? I don't know you. You forgot your buddy again? My friend, what have you done to yourself? He reaches out his hand, but Satra runs away. Kaichi rubs his head and chases after him. He stops by binding him with branches. This is so pathetic. I don't know whether to cry or laugh at you. Anyway, stop freaking out. You told me you wanted to live in the village, but this looks like someone placed a curse on you. I'm sure you still have a bit of your old self in you. In any case, you bump into those evil spirits. You should grab something sharp and stab into the possessed one. Don't worry about hurting anyone. If you hit them while they are possessed, they'll be fine. This is supposed to be your job. I can't do it for you. Do you get what I told you? Assuming that he understood, he lets him go. Like an empty soul, he walks into the park. What am I even doing in this place? Where shall I go? I'm such a mess. I'm scared to be alone, though it feels like I always have been. A lot of children come to play, and joyful squeals sound from every corner. Satra wakes up, but he doesn't move an inch. Ah, my head. What happened to me? They were scary-looking shadows. Right, I saw them last night. A scary-looking guy exercised two people after I got fed something strange that made me feel sleepy. Oh, that's right. I didn't eat yesterday. I need to get something if I can get up. This position is quite comfortable, though. Are you okay? A girl holding a paper bag approaches them and turns around. I'm fine, thank you. Can you stand? She pulls him up slowly, but he falls back down. Sorry. Not your fault, I'm a little exhausted. The girl takes out a dumpling out of her bag and hands it to him. Are you sure? I don't want to. Once he swallows it, the girl feeds him more. Calm down, it's just the dumpling. It'll fill your energy in no time. Okay, thank you. What's your name? Satra? My name is Rasumi. Nice to meet you. For a second, he stares at her as if he remembered something. She only smiles back. That's a cute name. Hours pass by in no time. Well, I hope to see you tomorrow. Let's meet up here. She waves cheerfully at him before disappearing from sight. Rolling up against the tree, he stares at the crimson sky. He looks lonely. Why can't I remember my past? The next week flies by. Since Satra is not sure what he's supposed to find, he stays in the park. Sometimes Rasumi comes by to play with him. She often brings food, which makes him happy. It seems she's not interested in his background. It's getting late. I need to go home. Bye-bye. I hope to see you again soon. She waits before leaving the park, and again Satra is alone. And we'll leave things off here, since maybe the only way to save Sachiro and prevent him from getting sacrificed is to kill Rasumi. Because in like 9/10 of these routes, she's the main bad guy. Yeah. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, goodbye.